The 2024 NFL Draft is all wrapped up, but the key question lingers. Have they done enough to transform into playoff contenders? Could these rookies be the missing pieces for a successful playoff run? Let's talk about it. Raider Nation, it's your boy Chris with Protect the Shield podcast, and I'm here with the lovely, spicy Raider girl. Welcome to the Spicy Shield Talk. And Mother Moon is in the building. What's up, Mother Moon?
What's up, everyone?
So make sure you guys hit the like button, like that torch, subscribe to both channels, both Protect the Shield and also For Life, our Raider story for Spicy and all that good content that they have over there. But guys, we got a lot to talk about. But we do have a drinking game today.
Ooh.
So I'm going to make the drinking game.
What's it going to be?
Playoffs.
Drink that.
Drink the playoffs. Because honestly, I love what we did over the last few days. So I know some people are jumping the gun. Some people don't think we did that well. But I really think that we did a good job as far as the draft goes. So we're not going to spend a whole bunch of time talking about this draft because, it's, as you guys know, everybody's been talking about it, everyone and their mama. But I do want to know, Spice, how do you feel about the draft? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, if you've watched our show, we were live for the reaction. And like everyone else, it was surprising. But we've had almost a week to digest it now. So at the end of the day, I think the Raiders had a clear plan that we weren't privy to. And we didn't really see them see that through until all of the rounds went through, the 3 days kind of completed. And now we see what they've done. And I would say I think they did a good job. They had a plan. Once they figured out they couldn't get their quarterback or one of their top quarterbacks they probably had in mind, they went for best player, which was unexpected for most of us. And then they continue to feed the need down in the later rounds. So at the end of the day, we'll never know. We don't know yet, I should say, until the season plays out and we see who's day one starter, who's actually going to make this team, and who will be cut. So two TBD on this draft. But right now I'm liking what I'm seeing.
For sure. And everybody in the chat, what do you guys think about the draft? Because I know I've been hearing a lot of different, some people happy, some not. Me personally, I was excited. The Brock Bowers, I wasn't expecting it, but honestly, I wasn't expecting him to even be available.
Right.
But the thing is, as a Michigan fan, I've watched a lot of this dude because he kicked our butt his freshman year in the playoffs. He was just killing us. And then, as everyone knows, last year I really liked Jalen Carter. So I watched a lot of Georgia play. So I saw, while watching Jalen Carter on the other side, Brock Bowers was the best player on that team. He was just a monster. That's all I could say. I thought he was going to go to the Chargers, honestly, but I know we got Michael Mayer, but him and Michael Mayer don't even compare. I know people are saying we don't need a tight end, and tight end was not one of our biggest needs, but Bowers does not compare. When we talk about Bowers, you're talking about one of the best tight ends, probably the best college tight end that's ever played the game, as far as just his accolades go, as far as his skill set goes. He in college is more skilled than what Kelsey was in college, more skilled than what Antonio Gates was in college. Not saying that that's what he's going to become.
Yeah, because we'll see how that translates, right? To be determined.
Exactly.
I think it will be good. Let's go over some of his accolades that you mentioned. 2-time national champion, 2-time John Mackey Award, unanimous All-American, first-team All-American, second-team All-American, SEC Freshman of the Year, 3-time first-team All-SEC. And I think everybody who watches college football, even I know, and I don't even watch a lot of college football, SEC is no joke. So, he was a college standout, as you said.
Yeah, highest rated tight end in the PFF era, like you said, 2-time Mackey. He's just a beast. That's all there is to it. And he can do everything. He can stretch the field. He can run the ball. He can block. He can go through the middle. He can outrun guys. He's going to be a matchup nightmare. And again, someone like him just makes Devontae's job easier.
Yeah.
Whoever our quarterback's job is easier. I'm happy. So but let me get to the chat room. Actually, what's Mother Moon think?
Well, here's my thought, and I said it before the draft. Whatever they were going to choose, I was going to be behind it. I'm hyped on AP. I'm hyped on Mad Max's energy and Tommy T. He's there for a reason. Knows way more than any of us, and so before I even got to the first pick, I'm like, I'm in. Whatever they are, I'm standing by him.
For sure.
She's with AP. She drank the purple drink.
Drank the drink. But shout out to everybody that's in the chat, man. Thank you guys for coming through. Guess what? We got old John Gruden in the building. He said, babe, wake up. Chris is about to go live with another fire show. Shout out to you, Gruden, man. I hope you're doing well wherever you are, sir. Just stay off the emails. Stay off the emails, my friend.
What's up, Johnny Gruden?
Mother Moon in the building. Got Carl in the building. What's going on? Got the Raider Fan Podcast. What's going on? Appreciate you coming through. Got Steve in the building, man. Appreciate you. Got my boy Turf in the building. Turf, man. Appreciate you coming through, my friend. Got Jose in the building. Got my brother, the Raider Rundown in the building. What's going on? Let's see. The Raider Fan Podcast. He said the best draft in years. I have to admit.
I feel like that. Again, all TBD. But
Yeah,
the way
it
that
is.
look, I mean, that to me, that's a statement that's almost undeniable. We'll see how it plays out, but that's almost an undeniable one right there.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, that's for sure. Let's see. Jonathan Studios. He said maybe pass on the drinking game to avoid repeat of the first round meltdown. I mean, I feel you. I feel you.
What happened? Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That had anything to do with drinking, though.
Right.
That was more shock and surprise.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Let's see. Real Talk Raider Nation. He said, what's good, people? Salute, pan on chat, man. Appreciate you coming through. Let's see. Johnny Gruden. He said he's chugging the Kool-Aid.
Oh, he with you. Johnny Gruden, Mother Moon, and AP drinking the purple drink.
We like the purple drink.
Let's see. John Fallon. He said, I love it. And I think we have more moves coming, like signing Xavier Howard or Gilmore. That's a good point. We'll definitely talk about that for sure. Let's see. Who else we got? P-Dog in the building. He said Bowers gets points, yards, owns the middle for sure. Got Aladdin in the building. Appreciate you. Raiders Rebel in the building. My boy Eric for SC Raiders Talk. My 2 cents in the building. Got our guy Scotty Waddy, who is half of the madness with Spicy on Mondays. That is an excellent show, man. Make sure you guys definitely tune into that. What's up, Scotty? Let's see. Won't hate it if we can keep our QB upright, get him the ball. No good if he only gets 1 to 3 catches a game. That's for sure. That's for sure. So, but I appreciate everybody in the chat, man. But so let's get to it. So, we did kind of talk about Bowers a little bit. Like I said, I really, really, think Bowers is that guy, honestly. But to be honest, just kind of looking at the, the whole class. So, Brock Bowers, of course, went 1. Jackson Powers Johnson. Everyone who's been watching me knows how I feel about this guy. This dude is the one. That's the one, but I'll talk about him in a little bit. DJ Glaze, I wasn't too familiar with him, but after doing a little bit more homework, he may have some upside that could help us. We need all the help we can get on the offensive line. D. Cameron Richardson, fast kid. He has some development to do, but I think he can become a player. He'll probably, on special teams, he'll probably shine there just because of athletic ability. Got Tommy Eckenberg. All of our linebackers, if they're coached by AP, I believe that he can make something out of them. Maybe he can become like a Robert Spillane type of guy. Maybe Spillane can kind of take him under the wing. Who knows? And this Dylan. This running back. Now he's cold. Now he's gonna be somebody that's gonna surprise a lot of people, catch a lot of balls out of the backfield, be a matchup nightmare for some people. Definitely keep our eye on him. Trey Taylor, he's a guy that I'm excited about. He actually won the Jim Thorpe Award for the best DB in the nation. So we also have Trayvon Morig, that is our safety now that won it a few years ago. So maybe this guy can become. He has a lot of athletic ability as well. And then MJ Devonshire, another cornerback that's athletic. So there's a lot of upside on some of these players. So is there anyone that kind of stands out to you, Spice?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to skip past the first two because I think those are kind of obvious talents that we all kind of got, talked about extensively at this point. Well, I do want to say one thing actually about Brock Bowers really quickly. He's still a young guy, 21 years old, came out a year early. I do like that. So I think he's still really everyone's calling him a quote unquote, this guy's a beast is the word I hear most often. And I still think he's very young. He's going to grow because a lot of these guys, with the COVID year, they're coming out a little older. Exactly. So it's kind of nice to see this guy, he's still 21 years old. But yeah, I want to fast forward to who was it? Sorry, give me a minute here. I'm trying to find who I was thinking of. Oh, Glaze, DJ Glaze.
Yep.
So again, another young guy, 21, right? 6'5", 315 pounds this guy is.
What?
That's a big dude to help. And we need a lot of help on the offensive line. We talked about this extensively as well. He's third team All Big Ten. This guy can improve. Not only is he going to improve and develop, this guy can still grow.
Yeah.
He's at an age where he would potentially still grow. And to have that sort of hopefully physicality, I can't even say the word physicality and athleticism. I'm hoping that he really I kind of have my eye on him a little bit. I'm hoping for the best for him, selfishly.
No, for sure. And this really popped out at me. So, and again, the PFF grades and stuff, you can kind of take it with a grain of salt sometimes, but it's still good to see that out of all the draft eligible linemen, Jackson Powers Johnson, our second round pick, is the highest graded guy.
Isn't that crazy?
But then if you go down to number 6,
right,
it's Glaze. He's, you got guys down there like J.C. Latham, Kingsley, Joe Alt was a top 6 pick, graded higher than him. So, and J.C.
Latham was a name that I heard a lot of Raider Nation wanting to choose a lot, and to see this guy Glaze, rate higher than him. That's pretty impressive. Like, I hope he's kind of like the steal that we get out of this.
Yeah, I mean, because the thing is, I think because right now we have Thayer Mumford, who is probably going to be our right tackle. Thayer showed some good things last year, but I think if Glaze can, if he can continue to be a great pass blocker, I think the run blocking is more of a mentality more than a technique. So if he can get that technique down to be a good run blocker, along with his already good pass blocking, that can, pay big dividends for our team. So.
Yeah,
I'm excited. We'll see, though. We'll see.
Do you want to head to the chat? There's some great comments in the chat if you wanted to take a look.
For sure. Let's see. Shout out to Bernardo. But let's get some chats. Let's see. Raider Biz is that if you look at the last 8 Super Bowl winners, he had a tight end that controls the middle of the field. Got Kelsey, Gronk, Ertz. Absolutely. Great comment right there. Great comment.
Yeah, and I don't know if you have a graphic for this or if anybody has seen the comparisons between Bowers specifically with Kelsey and Gronk. They're interesting if anybody wants to circle back and kind of look at the stats.
Yeah,
all is TBD. All is TBD. I know. Yeah. I want to manage my own expectations here.
Yeah, because a lot of people, they're you said he's going to be there. Well, we're not saying it. We're just saying that, we see some,
we're hopeful.
Potential. We're definitely hopeful. Let's see. Devonshire is going to surprise a whole lot of people in this league. Man, should not have fell that far. I don't know what people didn't see. Yeah, I wasn't too familiar with Devonshire, so I'm interested to pay more attention to him and see what we got.
But to his point, and I'm not either, But if that's true, or at least that's opinion, the Raiders kind of got a few steals with, especially with Bowers, right? Not expecting to kind of fall.
Oh yeah. No, we got a lot of steals. I mean, like I said, everyone who knows me, and I've been on record a lot. I was saying that in our first round, I wanted to trade back to like the middle of the 20s to pick up Jackson Powers Johnson.
Oh,
Like
wow.
I would have been okay with getting him. Like if we would have got him around like 26 or 27, I would and traded back and got like another second round pick. I wouldn't have been mad at all. The fact that we got him at 44 is just unreal to me.
Can I say this? Because draft picks can be seen as a little disposable because it is such a crapshoot. But what a great job I think Telesco did to get all of these guys that I think we're excited about, really most of them, and not have to leverage anything.
Exactly.
Not have to trade anything, not have to go up or back. Like I think a lot of people, you yourself, you just said you wanted to trade, and a lot of people wanted to trade for quarterback and things of that nature. But to kind of stick with what they had as their picks and make what they made of it. I mean, I think it was solid.
Yeah, for sure. And I was actually at the draft, so I had a good time. Shout out to my boy Leo and MC Raider and Turf. So we had a good time. So day 2, when they actually did the pick, this is my reaction.
And with the 44th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select guard Jackson.
Let's go! Let's go! That's what the fuck I wanted! Let's go!
Yeah.
That's what the fuck I wanted! That's what the fuck I wanted! About time you did something right. God damn, bro!
Did you just mic drop somebody's phone?
Probably, yeah, pretty much. I was so uninterested before they said.
Walk me through this. This is the first time I'm seeing this video because you looked kind of bored, and then you looked annoyed, and I'm like, you're like,
yeah, I was, because I don't know why I was annoyed. I don't remember.
Your eyes?
Yeah, I was just like, yeah. So yeah, I was just chilling. Like right now, me and Leo's chilling. I think I just ate. So I been drinking all day, been smoking cigars all day.
Hi.
Yeah. So we're just hanging out. At this point, I'm just looking around. Other fans are annoying me. I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm just
you like play with your tongue.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm looking at everything else.
The Las Vegas Raiders select guard.
I'm here for it. Oh,
Like, whoa! At that moment, I knew we were going to the playoffs.
Look, the playoff streak. Poor Leo. He's so high, he didn't even know what happened yet.
Leo's looking the complete opposite way. Like right here, I was just losing my mind.
There it is.
Yeah, now Leo gets it. And now
His broadcast was a little on delay.
Yeah. And now my little chubby butt get up and grab the phone. Give me that phone.
That's what the fuck I wanted! Let's go!
And then I about pushed Turf all into the pole right there.
And then you might drop someone's phone.
Yeah. So yeah, that was
Good times.
Good times. Or not that flashback. That shot of you with the camera. I don't know why that flashed me back to Miami.
Oh yeah.
Us running wild in the street.
Yeah, that's about how it goes. How it goes. But yeah, so that was kind of how that went, man. So I was definitely excited about that. For sure.
Yeah, Space Beast for real, right? It took Leo a second to register.
Oh yeah, he did.
I think you woke him up, and they were like, "Well, what
You
happened?"
probably did. He said, "Did you see the disbelief at first? Ready to be upset?" Yeah, I was. I'm like, man, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
You were already low key pouting.
Yeah, I'm like, here we go. He said, "You raised Turf from the dead."
Dude, that guy got assaulted.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah."
Oh man. man, that was just a good time. That was a good time.
That was a mosh pit. If there were anyone else standing around, it would have been a mosh pit.
Oh yeah. I was ready to clothesline anybody close to me. But no, I was so happy. So that made my
All
day.
right, so Chris is gonna get his. Well, I don't know if there's enough room on the back of that jersey, but are you gonna go get yourself one of those?
I might. Just put JPJ on there. Actually, just Powers.
JPJ.
Powers.
Yeah,
Powers.
I like it.
There we go. Let's see. Shout out to Scotty. He said, "Spicy. I've heard that they did try to trade in the later rounds. However, your point. Since they couldn't trade, they did really well with what they had." So I know Scotty really wanted to.
We for sure know they tried to trade up. They tried to trade, but they made do with what they had, right?
Yeah, but then
Poor
again, it's
Scotty.
like,
Is he over it?
but I don't know, because the thing is, you keep hearing reports about.
Yeah, who knows? I wasn't there. Were you?
You say what?
I said, who knows, right?
I know exactly. But it's like you hear the reports and you don't know like what to really believe. But I thought this was interesting when I saw this.
Tell me.
So it was from ESPN. They said a Vegas source says team wasn't interested in trading up as it was suggested. So again, it says Raiders quarterback rumors, smoke and mirrors. And again, I kind of always thought that, honestly, because
that's saying that the Raiders weren't interested in trading up.
Yeah, they really weren't. Like I think they were.
I heard this too.
Yeah, so I don't know. And again, and that's why I always tell people to be careful with just like taking these little reports and just running with it, because you get so disappointed because you're thinking. Yeah. In fact, I think the Denver coach Sean Payton, he even said that he was like saying certain things just to try to throw off the other teams.
Of course, they all. Nobody wants to be transparent, and
right.
I'm gonna say, for everybody watching, I just want to say this with the asterisk. Okay, this is a 100% rumor. I'm not hearing anybody say this, but to your point, to this graphics point, there was rumblings that AP was kind of hyping up how much he wanted Jaden Daniels so that other people would want him because that's his boy.
Higher. Exactly. And
he would go higher and get a bigger paycheck, knowing that he couldn't get him. Listen, that's a rumor. That is a straight up rumor.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm just saying to this graphic, that's the reports that I read were something of that. And if that's true, you know what? Help your boy out.
For sure. Yeah, I'm not mad at that one bit. Let's see. Let me get some of my boys in the. Let's see. Got Alpha Kazi Raider in the building. AR, what's going on? Said, what's up, Chris? What's up, Spice? Man, appreciate you coming through, my friend.
Yeah. He was on our show Monday Night Madness the other night.
Yeah, I like that.
Ending job. So thanks for coming on. He was kind of our co-host for the evening, so thank you. Check out his channel as well. Make sure you.
Oh yeah, definitely check out AR. He always has a great show.
He was
great
almost
graphics, all that.
Before the storm.
Yep.
That. Let's see. Oh, actually, shout out my boy Prez, man. Gotta say what's up to Prez, man.
Hey, what's up?
You always get me hyped for the daggone Max Crosby. Whenever you drop those shorts, man, because I know they're yours, man. So shout out to you, what you're doing there. But real talk, he said, when it comes to reports, big difference between what people want versus what actually makes sense. Trading up and giving up all the draft capital or all the capital didn't make sense. People just wanted JD. Absolutely. That's so true.
Yeah.
Speaking of, one thing that, I did kind of want to talk about is Devontae.
Chris, before we switch gears, you have a caller if you want to take a caller.
Oh, let's do it.
All right. We are live with Big Daddy. Are you on the line?
Absolutely, familia. How you guys doing?
That's my boy.
Well, how are you? Thanks for calling.
Good. Great show as always. So far, I'm enjoying it. And you guys are all over this draft. I'm excited about the draft. I'm excited that we still have draft picks for next year and the year after. We didn't give them away.
Yep.
And Tommy King came through with AP. I'm excited about the future of our Raiders, man.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm with you, man. How do you feel about Bowers? I know none of us saw that coming, did we?
No, you know what? Imagine we're going to go buy a work truck and somebody wants to give us a Lamborghini for 10 grand. That's what happened.
Right.
And we didn't need the Lamborghini, but how can you turn it down?
Can't
So
turn
we
it down.
took it. And this young man right here, potentially could be the greatest tight end in college football history, and he landed in our lap. So to me, the old Mike Mayock, Reggie Ziegler, God rest his soul, Mr. Davis, they would have went for, a reach or Fuaga, who I wanted. But how can you turn down Bowers, man? So to me, I was shocked. My son Poppy called me, Chris, and I couldn't believe it. It sunk in. And I said, what about Fuaga? We need a blocker on the right side, blah, blah, blah. But this guy right here, after all, like I was telling Spicy earlier a couple of days ago, I didn't put no energy on tight ends or looking on YouTube or my magazines or all my study on tight ends and safeties. But this young man lands in a lap. Okay, so now there isn't. I'm not talking about the AFC. I'm talking about the whole 32 teams. We got some. Nobody sets up a beautiful offense like we do. Double tight end, our wideouts, and we had a great job. I really I couldn't believe we got JPJ, who is Richie Cognito 2.0, with that neatness to him. Grew up a Raider fan. First Raider game he went to, football game he went to, Raiders and 49ers, that we laid the wood on those jabronis. Now we get them two. They're going to start on opening day. And then all of a sudden, we get in my opinion, it's going to be a 3-battle race or battle for that right tackle with Mumford, in my opinion, probably start opening day. Don't sleep on Dalton Wagner. Remember him from last year?
Yeah, the big boy.
That we hit. And then now we got Delmar, and all three of them will battle for that right side. And like I was telling young lady previously, it's up to Getsy to set up this offense as best as possible so we can outscore number 15 and the rest of those guys. I was really happy both Knicks got taken. I'll always believe in my heart of hearts Daniels was plan A and Penix was plan B.
Mm-hmm.
But man, when plan C landed in our lap the way it did, it really fired me up, man. So we're set up really nice for 2024, Butler.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think, like for me, it was all about, just like I tell people, our first round picks mean something now. It's not the Ziegler and Gruden days; those are gone. Our first round picks can be Brock Bowers type picks going forward. So we can't just be giving them up just to get, a guy. And I know Jaden was, he's probably going to be a very good quarterback, but, I don't think he's going to be to the point where, we need to give up, multiple first round picks and things like that. I'm just excited to see what we continue to build off of this. And more importantly, I know the draft is very important, but I care about our development. How can these young guys develop, these year 2 guys develop? To me, that's more important than any of this.
Yeah, I think the AOC is definitely going to get pushed by the guard dogs and vice versa. They're going to bring out the best of each other.
So.
And, to me, as long as those guys go past serviceable and adequate, where all of a sudden in training camp, because I know the guard dog's going to run for a first down, but if AOC starts running too, saying, man, if I'm going to keep to the job, I got to start running a little bit, roll out of the pocket. I'm looking for stuff like that. Because last year, young man and our offense, he was, like a statue, and maybe he was coached up that way. But now he's going to have a full training camp. And let's be honest, correct me if I'm wrong, team, but after C.J. Stroud, AOC was the next best rookie quarterback. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep,
so
for sure.
To me, as I get ready to land my plan here, and we can continue this show. You guys are doing a great job.
Thank
To
you.
me, we got some good UFAs, that I'm excited about. The second half of the draft, Trey Taylor, Shellis Brown, Devin Shire, and don't forget Jack Robert 2.0, or Eichenberg, that linebacker, East Spillane 2.0. I mean, I'll say this. We're a year away from the draft next year, but you can best believe now we're going to know that whatever we need next year, with Tommy P, he's going to be up at that poker or roulette table saying, hey, hold your horses.
Exactly.
BTN, best player available. And I tell you what, I think we're set up really good with this GM and this coach. Let's go handle our business. Let's go make the playoffs and take it from there, man. Have a great show, my baby.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Daddy, we appreciate you. Thanks for calling.
Anytime.
All right. Take care. And he said playoffs, so I'm going to drink to that.
There you go. I'm drinking water.
A lot of great comments there also. Thank you, Big Daddy. He's always such a great caller, a great participant of both of these shows here. So we appreciate your insight. He has great stories too. He didn't tell any tonight, but
he does.
Just saying.
Shout out to him, man. And I don't know if I ever told you, the first time I ever went to Oakland to a game was with him. First time ever, man. It was fun. And that's how I thought it was gonna always be. But little did I find out it's not always gonna be like that.
Yeah, but that's how it was. Especially, I'm going to move to Oakland. I'm not saying anything else is different, but that's how it was in Oakland. You'd come, you'd go with that guy, that old cat, old school guy who's going to sit in the front row behind the dugout. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was fun.
The good old days.
So shout out to Space Beast. So he said he had a good comment. Said he heard it was 3 1s, 3 2s to get the number 2. I would have been pissed if
that's
he did
everything.
that.
Damn.
Yeah, I would have been pissed. That's crazy.
I was kind of back and forth with this. I mean, we don't need to keep rehashing it because it didn't happen. But let's just say that I'm happy the way it played out.
Yeah. And honestly, I think everyone kind of. I mean, I know we all wanted Jaden, but I think it's so hard to get upset about having the best. I mean, arguably, or he definitely was the best guy that was on, available. But, some people say he was the second best player in the whole draft, period, So who knows? But I think ultimately, once he starts scoring some touchdowns, we're not even going to remember Jaden.
And we are going to get into some free agency talk here. But do we want to talk about Davante Adams on the rush before we get into that?
Yeah, for sure. So one thing and I'm not sure if everyone had a chance to see it, but it was just, again, I absolutely love this show, and Davante was on there, and there was a couple clips that I just want to share. But this one, he was talking about just leader accountability, just him being the leader that he is and Max being the leaders that they are, how they take their leadership seriously and they hold themselves accountable, which holds everyone else accountable. So I want to give everyone else thanks.
When the big dog is not out there, because, guys can, whether it's just how clean they get, like me, if I'm not out at practice or whatever, for whatever reason, OTA or something, like I'll get feedback from EB. He'll be like, the guys was about 2 yards, 3 yards short on these routes.
Accountability.
They, not the greatest finishes and stuff like that. So a lot of times we don't even have to say certain things, but that greatness that we, put on display every single day in practice, it's infectious to the guys. And they're like, well, shit, if these all pros are doing it, I'm not going to be the one not doing it. Right. And that's the similar mindset that I had when I got in the league, is that came in and saw Jordy and Randall finishing Jerry Rice style 80 yards down the field. I'm like, God damn. But I'm not like, hey, do I got to do it?
Like, follow suit.
We gone.
You almost don't want to let them down, in a weird way. 100%. It's like they're up here and I want to get to that level, which I'm sure that's like how Trey Tucker and those guys look at you.
100%.
And it's 100%. Like, if Tay's out here, I'm going to run my shit 2 yards deep. I'm going to come down, the route, this, that, and the third, because I want Tay. You know what I mean? It's not like it's a validation, but it probably is. That's their goal.
Love that. I love
Can I just say before we comment on the clip, I was distracted by the wedding ring drip. That thing looked heavy.
Yeah.
That thing looked heavy.
Drip.
Beautiful. No, but that's amazing. I mean, what I think the beginning of that was just basically he's saying if he's if he's inside taking care of his body, or he didn't make it to OTAs or something like that, that just their presence alone steps up everyone's effort. Just being there, just being on the field. And that, you know, if he's in the, you know, if he's inside getting his body worked on or something, these guys might maybe not even consciously fall off a little bit, because the best isn't on the field at the moment, you know. So just their presence alone.
No, I agree. And honestly, you can tell by it's stepping up their peers. Like Malcolm Kuntz, he's playing like a madman now because he's watching what Max is doing. This team is taking Max's identity, you know, and like I said, this new guy, Eichenberg. Yeah, Eichenberg. Hopefully he looks at Robert Spillane and becomes, you know, a little Spillane, you know, follows him and he becomes his mentor and stuff like that, man. So it's exciting, man. Just hearing them talk like that.
I love what's happening, right? Because it's just greatness is going to bring others up, and everyone wants to be the best. And then once let's just say that, you know, they're talking about, oh, we're 2 steps behind. Maybe he comes 1 step behind. Okay, now take out and get back to his 2. Exactly. So that's going to push him as well. Now, I think it's going to work both ways. You know what I mean? Exactly. So they're just going to push each other. And I love this mentality. I love now that Devontae can feel like a real leader of this team. He doesn't have to feel like he's coming onto somebody else's team. Yeah. Like he can own this. And I don't know if you want to get into more clips. I'm not sure what you have, but he did talk a little bit about when to be vocal and when to not. I don't know if you want to touch on that or if you want me to elaborate.
Yeah, you can elaborate. I didn't put it on that, but yeah, you can elaborate on that.
So basically, he said, you know, some guys are very outspoken, like a Mad Max. Yep. And that's great, and that's his role. And the people are gonna, and players, teammates, his brothers are gonna listen to that every time he speaks. Devontae chooses to take the role. I'm gonna speak when it really matters. And then when I speak, then people are gonna really know, hey, you gotta listen and take this seriously. So they're kind of like knowing their roles, if you will. And the way I said that might be a little, it's like know your role. It's like they know how to mesh and gel together and to figure out how to get these guys going. And I really loved how he kind of said that. Like when it's time for me to speak, he even mentioned Josh Jacobs. You know, he didn't speak a lot, but when Josh Jacobs spoke up, people knew to listen because, he didn't do that very often. Yeah. You know, so I love the leadership. I love the camaraderie, and it's only going to make everybody better.
Absolutely. No, I agree. It's a good comment by Raider Nation Jason, man. I appreciate you coming through. He said AOC can't really fail with our offense unless he just sucks. But I believe he will be accurate and get it done. So there was another clip that actually made me kind of think about AOC a little bit. And in this clip, he's talking about just being patient with a young quarterback. And, you know, as everyone knows, he came from the Packers. He's talking about Jordan Love. Yeah. And even though, you know, he was just talking about how good he was, but it made me think like maybe I need to back off AOC a little bit and give him a little bit of time. But this is what Tay said.
Seen enough to say this is for sure what I should do. But in hindsight, like we talked about, I mean, the kid is a fucking baller, man. I'm so happy for him. And, you know, I haven't really had a chance to truly sit down and talk with him. But I want to tell him at some point, like, you know, I definitely don't regret changing, but I'm super proud of what you've done. And, you know, if there was a way I could pull you over here and, you know, and drag you with me like that, you know, that would be cool too. Because, you know, obviously we saw what he did at the end of the year, but I don't regret what I did. But at the same time, it's definitely, you look back on it, you like, damn, that boy got a ball.
Could he be the next one?
Could he be? I mean, I think he is. I think he's shown that. Yeah. And he's starting to come into his own. I mean, you can see the way he's talking in front of the media and everything. It's just like a whole different person.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, it was a lot of good words just for Jordan, but it still makes you think that just because somebody is, you know, a certain way now, he may not end up that way. It does seem like AOC's a hard worker.
Yeah. You know, good head on his shoulders. He seems level-headed. He seemed confident enough. But yeah, to the Jordan Love, it took what I don't know what year is Jordan Love in now. I mean, it's been several.
It's been like 3 years.
4 years, right?
Yeah.
And till he's really just succeeded last season.
Yeah.
And behind a mentor like Aaron Rodgers.
Exactly.
Okay, who was AOC's mentor last year? Him damn self?
Right.
Like, no, seriously. I mean, maybe you can say Jimmy G helped him out a little bit. I don't know.
Brian Hoyer, the clipboard guy.
Right. So yeah, give this guy some grace, give this guy some time. But, in kind of what Tay's saying, in retrospect, he didn't even, I think he kind of, I'm paraphrasing here, but he said he didn't see this guy kind of being this.
No, not at all. Not at all. Yeah, and honestly, I don't think anyone did, because I mean, I know me as just a fan, and whenever I did see him play at like preseason, it's not like he did anything. He just, he wasn't. I thought he was going to be a bust, honestly. So, but he did his thing. And the last clip I do want to share with this was just something for us to look forward to with our new offensive coordinator and his system, because again, Devontae had a chance to play in his system.
Us coming out starting hot, we got a really good system on offense now, and it's something that I'm very familiar with. It's what
West
I basically,
Coast.
I mean, it's literally the same verbiage, everything. It's the same playbook, because Getsy was my receiver coach, and then he took what we did in Green Bay over to the Bears, and they didn't have the best cast to make him look good with that, but it's a hell of a system. So I'm really comfortable with it. So now it's just going to come out and starting fast, man. Like we won that first game last year, but just establishing who we are in that first quarter of the year. Yeah. And obviously starts with a whole lot of other work before that in OTAs and throughout training camp, but just coming in and competing, man.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
We got a system that Devontae is familiar with. He's going to be excited about. He's going to be able to teach these young guys. It's going to get crazy. It's going to get crazy.
And can we just put the kibosh on the trade talk already?
Oh my gosh.
Can we just end that? Yeah. I mean, I don't know what more the man has to say.
Right.
To prove he wants to be a Raider. And he talked about, go back and watch. The episode was great. Go back and watch it. But he kind of talked about a little bit about people, their comments and things of that nature, how it affects them, how it doesn't. It was a very long segment, so I'm not going to get into it too much. But at the end of the day, don't put that out there. Just support him. He's our guy. He's a top receiver in the league. We should just be celebrating that,
For sure. No, I agree. So just going into kind of where we are, just moving forward with the Raiders.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think we're in a good spot now, but we have to take it to the next level.
Well, we have some moves to make.
And the thing is, we only have a few more roster spots left. I think we have officially, we're at 87.
Yeah, we're at 87 of the 90 spots left. Yep. We were at $18.6 million in cap space. And then when the Raiders signed Michael Gallup for $3 million at a 1-year deal, which is a steal, by the way, I think. A steal. That brings them down to $15.6 million. So when June 2nd comes around, so we're just about a month away, we'll get $24 million back from the Jimmy G contract, which this is also factoring rookie deals, and this is factoring in the $3 million given to Gallup. There's $39 million still on the table, 3 roster spots left available. So I'm excited about it. I'm actually a little surprised that moves haven't been made yet.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to see because there's still some guys out there.
Oh yeah, no, there's definitely guys, and and honestly, just kind of looking at the different positions of need, just looking at some of the free agents. A lot of people want to say, hey, what are we going to do at the quarterback position? Well, these are some of the best remaining guys that we have available.
I've heard the Tannehill rumor.
Yeah, and I've heard that too. And to be honest, I mean, Tannehill has played some good ball, but not lately.
Nah.
If you can bring him in for cheap and maybe just kind of for competition, just to push the other two guys, maybe. But I guess at this point, I'm okay with the seeing who's going to win out.
I'm okay with seeing it too. I personally don't want any of these guys on the team.
Yeah.
I just think we roll with what we have at this point. The Raiders have made a decision to either ride with Minshew or AOC, and I think that's how they should write. They should write it out. They also have Anthony Brown Jr. and then they have that undrafted free agent in Carter Bradley. I'm not saying they're going to do anything, but I mean the quarter. All I mean by that is the QB room is full.
For sure.
And I think that they made the decision to roll with who they're going to roll with. I don't really see bringing in a Tannehill is really going to move the needle.
No.
In fact, it might just create some sort of unnecessary competition. Is good. This can create some sort of unnecessary competition.
Right. No, I agree. And plus, at least with um with Gardner,
And I'm kind of mad. I'm kind of mad that you would put Hoyer on this list. I'm kidding.
that's your guy. That's your guy. But I mean, to be honest, none of these guys are, they're not moving no sand. I mean, they are who they are. But at least with Gardner has that attitude that I like. At least, if nothing else, he has that fiery attitude. So he at least fits in with the team.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if nothing else, for sure.
Hey,
Leo in the building. What's going on, Leo?
What's good, Leo? And maybe if nothing else, if AOC does end up beating out Minshew or keeping his job, however you want to phrase it, maybe Minshew could put a little fight in the dog.
Right.
Maybe that guard dog can give AOC a little bit, because look, he is level-headed. He showed a lot of poise as a rookie, but I think he needs a little fight in him.
No, I agree. I mean, even AP said that. AP said,
Yeah.
I want to see him more vocal, and again, into Aiden's, defense, he kind of spoke on it. He was like, man, I'm still learning how to.
Right.
I'm learning everything myself. Like, how can I? I mean, he didn't say that, but he was like,
Great.
how can I direct someone else what to do if I'm still learning myself?
Right.
And that's all comes with confidence. But we'll see. We'll see.
I mean, look, he just came out of his rookie season, and really it was half a season.
Yep. That's true.
So, but this does beg the question, and let me know what you think in the comments here. This is going to be, I think this will be an ongoing discussion going into really the home or the season opener. Who will be QB1? But this is the question. Is it A or C or Guard Dogs? Fair game? Or is it AOC's job to lose? And I know what AP said. AP says it's his job to lose. But really, the way I kind of see it is they're going in as a little bit as a clean slate. I think, listen, that's the probably right thing to say. Yeah, it is AOC's job to quote unquote lose. But I think that's really going to be a battle for QB1.
Yeah.
They I don't know. They can't really come out and just say that, right?
No, I agree.
Go ahead, fight for it.
No, I agree.
But I think they are probably looking at a little bit like who can. AP said this, right? Last season, AOC gives us the best chance to win, and that was when Jimmy G came back after his injury. And I think they are going to be looking at it in that way.
Yeah.
Who's going to give us the best chance to win? And I think it's fair game. And I really think it's fair game a little bit more than AOC's job to lose. That's my opinion.
No, that's a good point. I think ideally it is going to be. I mean, I definitely think it's a clean slate, because at the end of the day, AP didn't necessarily pick AOC. He was just kind of inherited. He rolled with them.
He didn't pick him, but he chose
him. That's
make
true.
him the starter when he could have chosen to go back to Jimmy G. So
that's true. No, that's a good point. I just think that going into camp, AOC will have the first reps, so early on in camp, we'll see AOC, but I guarantee once we start getting into some of those joint practices and stuff like that, when, the bullets are flying, that is when the real, I think, decisions are going to be made. So, but I do think that, AOC will get the first shot, but I do think that, I really think that Guard Dog's going to win it.
Yeah,
that's me.
And I'm indifferent in terms of my heart is not with either one. Yeah. I'm not really gunning for one or the other. And listen, obviously we know we're not there at practice every day. They're going to be able to see who's doing the best job in the system and the vision that AP has for this team with the mostly new weapons. Actually, it's kind of a new offense if you think about it. In terms of weapons.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going to be able to determine who gives us the best chance to win. And whoever that is, I'm not going to be mad either way.
No, same here. I'm just like you. I'm my heart's not. I'm not married to either or. It's just if I was to bet on it, I would bet that Minshew was going to win. But if ALC comes out gunning and whoever earns it, I'm rocking with regardless.
Sure.
You know, I mean,
Got
that's
to.
you know, 'cause I don't want people to be all in my comments saying, "Oh, ALC won the job." Ha ha, Chris, you're wrong. Like, no, I don't want
Yeah.
I don't want either one to fail. Whoever
Yeah.
wins, that's who I'm rocking with. You know?
We want the best quarterback, the best person under center to be able to give the Raiders a win and enough wins, hopefully, to make the playoffs. Salute.
Salute.
You're welcome if you're playing along with us.
So, looking at some of the best remaining cornerbacks in the free agency, because I still think we're going to need another corner.
Yeah.
Because I think we need a
Because
veteran.
it's determined at this point.
Yeah. So, you know, Xavier Howard, Adoree Jackson, Gilmore, you know, they're kind of at the top of the list. Me personally, I don't think you can go wrong with any of those. But I just think like right now we have such a young cornerback room. I mean, we just drafted 2 rookies. You know, Ja'Cory Bennett is his second year. Jack Jones, you know, what's year 2 or 3 with whatever for him. So he's real young. We need an old man in there. We need an old OG in there to kind of show him the ropes. What's your thoughts?
Mm-hmm. That's an interesting thought. You know, I hadn't really put that much thought into it, but I think. Sorry, I got distracted by Devontae's comment. If you watched, if you watched the rush, what was he talking about? What was he talking about? The milk check.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The milk check.
Sorry, that popped into my brain for a second as we're going
With
through these.
the white cornerback.
Right. Wait, what was the question?
No, but
if you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. It's actually pretty funny.
that is funny. Honestly, I forgot all about that.
And I've never heard of that.
No, I haven't either. But I'm not.
It's anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what.
But yeah, no. But in any of these corners that we have, you know, these are all older guys. Do you think that we need an older guy, or do you think we should just stick with just the young blood that we got?
I mean, can we stick with the young blood and like hire Woodson as a consultant? Is that an option? Can I go option C?
I can see Woodson out there with drinking some Woodson whiskey,
right? Just
getting those guys together,
mask or something. Like, I'm gonna go with option. I'm gonna go option C.
There you go. Yeah, honestly, it's just I just would like to just see one just old veteran just kind of be in there, just to at least show the other guys how to be a pro. You know, so I don't know, but if some of those young guys are ready to play and step up,
can we like actually get Woodson?
Actually get Woodson? That would be awesome.
Is that like a possibility?
It is. Because I honestly, how old is Woodson now? He's probably about
50-ish? 50?
Is he 50 yet? Yeah, he's 49-ish maybe. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, he probably could still play better than half these dudes.
Oh, he's only 47. Get him. Sign that man.
Oh man, let's see. Here to the comments. My boy Turf said AP will play no favorites. Whoever wins the job is a guy who looked the best and can't peer. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
And I don't think you should play favorites, and I don't think we should be worried about hurting anybody's feelings.
Yeah.
And I don't think he will. I'm not saying he will, but I agree.
For sure. So Leo said, I'm telling y'all, Coach AP and Coupon Tom have faith in these 2 QBs. I mean, they must.
Obviously.
They must. Cause we had an opportunity to get some quarterbacks later in the draft, and we didn't. So let's see. They didn't want Jimmy.
Can I just speak on that for a minute?
Yeah.
Not necessarily just the QB thing, but just in general. I think they have a vision, because every coach that comes in now it's not new coach and new GM. They're going to have a vision, And I think they're going to let their vision play out. It's going to take several years. So they might have faith in these QBs, these two QBs as of right now. I don't necessarily, I'm not sold on the fact that that's their vision indefinitely.
No,
but this is why I also think that even if the Raiders have another losing season, maybe even two, that doesn't mean cut the cord. That doesn't mean start over. That doesn't mean bring in another coach with a new vision, with a new plan. And then we have to get rid of every pick that was made, every player that was brought in by this staff, because that tends to be the trend.
Yeah.
So for me, they have faith in the quarterbacks now. Yes, probably not indefinitely. And moving on, I would like to see this coaching and GM core stay together for more than 2 years. You've got to give this time. You've got to give this time.
Yeah, that's how you build something, man.
Yeah,
that's how you build something. I mean,
But Raider fans are so quick to, he sucks, go. He sucks, go. Listen, the turnover is not working.
Right.
The turnover is not working.
Right.
The inconsistency is not working.
Right. No, yeah, it's and that's the thing that kills me, because we're always so quick to want to get rid of someone, but that's what we've always done. We've always done. It's like, let's try something new. Even when we had Gruden the second time, I didn't necessarily like what he was doing, but we were at least getting better, and you could tell that Mark Davis had patience, and we eventually were trending up to being a playoff team. You know?
So and don't quote me on this because I'm trying to go off memory here. But we're at 4 coaches in 2 years, 5 quarterbacks in 5 quarterbacks in 3 years, with different visions, different plans, different leaders. Not only at the GM, but at head coach and in the locker room, because that's revolved in and out as well. The revolving door thing, the inconsistency thing, is not working.
Exactly.
So please, Raider Nation, that's my preach of the day. Let's give this time.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Shout out to Raider Dank Vader. Appreciate you coming through.
Raider Dank Vader. What's good?
Let's see. He probably already worked a deal and they're waiting for the money to drop in. Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, once June comes.
True. June 2nd, we got a month out for that $24 million to hit.
Milk check on aisle 3. Go watch the show. Go watch the show. But so what all do you have coming up, Spice? You know, I know you've been rocking it lately. I must say, these last couple weeks you've been killing it.
You've been
killing it, man. So what?
We've been trying. Once the draft came around, we figured we did take a little hiatus, or I did, and so the channel did. So we came back and we're doing well. But yeah, join us Monday nights for Monday Night Madness with myself and Scotty Waddy, Raider One, as my co-host. Of course, on select Tuesdays we have For Life, our Raiderettes Roundtable, and then you can always find us here on Wednesdays for the Spicy Shield Talk. All shows are at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and then we are working on something. If anyone's going to be in Las Vegas for the schedule release, we're thinking it's going to be on May 9th. We do have something that we want to do a live show on location there. We're still kind of working that out because really it's all up in the air at this moment. But if you're in Vegas and you want to come hang out with the show, look out for that.
For sure. Let's see. Linchu, he said, you guys going to any away games? Miami and KC for me. I know me personally, I'm probably going to Cincinnati because it's close to me. I'm definitely going to New Orleans.
Steampunk will be there. All right, Steampunk, real quick. Hit me up. Maybe we can get together and you could be live on the show with us in person. If you're going to be out in Vegas for the scheduled release, that'd be dope.
Sweet. Are you going to any away games, Spice? Don't you usually go to 1 or 2?
I might be.
You might be. A little secret, top secret. Let's see. He said, hope you are having a good night for sure. Thanks. Steam. Got my boy Power Raider in the building. Consistency is a key. That's so true.
Power Raider.
So true. Let's see. Murph on radio Raiders fan radio said whoever the quarterback is, if the Raiders go 12-6, then there is no conversation on QB next year. Great point. Fire take. For sure.
All right.
For sure.
Listen, if somebody goes 12-6, I mean,
Yeah, let's get
a
it.
huge
Let's
leap.
get it.
That's a huge leap. That's a 4-game improvement,
Oh yeah. And
and that
it could happen.
and that almost guarantees the playoffs. And then we could, yeah. I mean, all right,
Yeah, I think 10 wins will probably get us in the playoffs more than likely.
10 minimum, 10,
Yeah.
10's and not 10 minimum for sure.
Yep. Cool. Well, for me, everybody, you guys know I have this show every Wednesday with the lovely Spicy. And then Friday, I have Fan Talk Friday. And then Sunday, I have got the TRS Syndicate Sunday. So just make sure you guys subscribe to both channels. Make sure you hit the notification. I've been hearing, I don't know if you've been hearing it too, Spicy, but some people have been saying they haven't even been getting notifications. So I always tell people, if you need to unclick the bell, then click it again. I don't know if it has to, re-register or whatever, but just kind of do that every now and then, just to make sure you don't miss it. Because I know sometimes I will randomly pop up and do a random live, and I know Spicy, she has shows. I know like your Raiderette show and stuff like that you just never know when it's gonna happen. So make sure you guys definitely hit the notification bell.
Yeah, much love to you all, Raider Nation. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being a subscriber. Thank you for tuning in tonight.
Absolutely. Spicy, why don't you get us on out of here? You know how we do it.
Yeah. What's good? I just want to say what's up really quickly. You put that up really quickly. So yes, hi, long time no see. Thank you for coming back to the show, Executioner. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. And Raider Nation, we go out one way and only one way.
Raider. Thank you, everybody. Hit the thumbs up on the way out. Take care. See y'all.